Hello, a very good morning, ụtụtụ ọma to everyone, every Igbo, nwa afọ Igbo, ebe ọbụla ị nọ, every Igbo descendant, wherever you find yourself in any part of the world. Um, you see, life. You see, one problem we people have sometimes is that when something is happening to someone else and that thing is not affecting you, we seems to not care um about that. We seems to not show concern about that. Sometimes because we think for those of us that are not in Nigeria, we think, oh, because we are not in Nigeria. And for those people in Nigeria that have this political connection or whose parents are politicians and have all the political connection, they think, oh, I and my people, I and my family are protected. But most times, those things, when you see anything bad happening and you don't say anything about it, and you choose not to learn from it, or you choose not to show empathy, one day it will happen to you. And when it comes to you, believe me, no one will be there for you. Now, my reason for this video this morning, it goes to the Igbos. I will not try to sound tribalistic because the person that paid my WAEC fee while I was in the streets, while I was back in Nigeria, was a Yoruba man. This man picked me up, paid my WAEC fees, and took care of me all through until I was able to write my WAEC and pass my WAEC and everything. Always making sure I have food to eat, transportation, and all of that. And when I was in school, he's a man of he's a man of caliber, a great man, a high-ranking military personnel, that was always there for me. That because I have him, I know that, man, I'm covered. When I'm working in the streets or I'm being arrested by the police, I can act anyhow because I know I have him. And when I call to him, he will always be there to send his boys or put a call through to get me out from there. He was a Yoruba man, and believe me, with his military position, if he was an Igbo man, I would not be worthy to come close to that man. And yeah, even when I was about to, and when well, I'm going to keep some information to myself because of the nature of my job. Now, but I'll just go straight to the point. So because of this, I would not want to um, say anything bad about the other part of sound tribalistic. But Igbos, you see, things have been happening to Igbos, and we choose to be stupid. Pardon my language, because of the love of money. The love of money. You see, the Bible says the love of money is the beginning of evil. An Igbo man can sell his brother because of money. But I, Nwachinemero, even when I was in the streets, that I was nobody, and now that I'm somebody, and now that I even have a bigger goals to see what I can correct in my own state in Nigeria, I will never, ever sell my brother, sell my people because of money, because of how much? 100 billions? No. To be Nigeria president? No. You know why? Because I've come to realize that the decision that I make today, can affect me badly in 20 years' time. So that is why I'm a deep thinker, and before I make any decision, I think all over before I make any decision. Sometimes a lot of people think, oh, this guy is a fool. He doesn't know what he's doing. You know what? I don't go with crowd. I take my time to screen and analyze, consult people, to just keep thinking until I'm able to make up my mind on what exactly that I'm going to do. Now, I also want to, I don't know who might get this video, But I want you to think very, very well. You might be financially buoyant, you might be whatever thing you are, but I will tell you something. If you choose not to make use, if you choose not to make positive use of your position, now that is your time. Someday you end up saying that I know. Now to the Igbos, look at Ekweremadu. Ekweremadu was one time the speaker, the Senate speaker in Nigeria. I think he's the number third in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. He chose not to use that his political position to help his people, Igbos, because he think he has 400 houses all over the world. He's rich, he got a connection. If they ever say to Ekweremadu that you will be in prison today, he would never believe it, because Ekweremadu got both international and local connection, and he has the money, he has the political influence, but he chose not to use it. He chose not to use it. So Ekweremadu would have, with his influence, make a big change in Igboland, but he chose not to do it. But look where he is today. He is now in the prison. Please, I want you, whoever you are that might come across this video, if you've never thought of this, I will advise you to start thinking about this. I will encourage you to think about it. If Ekweremadu can be in prison in the UK today, him and his wife, what about you? What about you? So, the earlier you start thinking about what influence do you want to use your position to make in your community, in your village, in your kindred? You might have settled your brothers and sisters, everybody, your siblings seems to be okay. What about those people in the streets in your village? Did they have good road? If you have the power to provide them electricity, why can't you do it? If you have the power to bring good things to your people, why can't you do it? I will tell you, because the evil you support today, the evil you neglect today, will come back to haunt you tomorrow. And that is what is killing the Igbos. I am not that old, but I can remember vividly well, 25 years ago, at least I guess since small that time, Onitsha market used to be like an international market. I was brought up in Lagos, that people from Lagos, people from different parts of the country, Nigeria, goes to Onitsha to buy their goods. But what broke Onitsha down today, if you look very well, the hand of an Igbo man is included in that thing. They must have promised him some kind of money or whatever. And I believe those people that make that decision today, 20 years after, they must have been regretting it. That is why sometimes you need to think before you make decision. I became politically pregnant because I was brought up in Lagos when I went to the East to school. On getting to the East, I saw a different thing compared to what was happening in Lagos. From Onitsha to, now if you're coming from Ibadan or your Osogbo, until you reach Benin, you can count how many police checkpoints that are there. You can count it. But believe me, by the time you go to Onitsha, let me start from Onitsha. From Onitsha to Owerri, my dear, you can count almost 300 to 400 checkpoints. Still, that does not stop criminality. Still, that does not stop kidnapping. Still, that did not stop armed robbery. Why were there all those checkpoints? That is why in Lagos, things are cheaper in Lagos than in the East. Because our brothers in the politics choose to suppress the poor. And with that thing that I saw, I was like, no, why is this thing like this? Why is this like this? And I said, no, I can't just stand on the fence and just be speaking English. I need to start thinking about politics. So when I get there, I will see what I can do, the role I can play to change things, to make things right for my people. Now, as I grow older, a lot of things happen. Sometimes it was Rochas Okorocha, What happened to Rochas? Rochas sold his people. He had the power. He was the governor of Imo State. He had the power to change things, but he didn't do anything. Look at how they disgrace him. Look at this guy from Abia State, Oji Uzokalo. These are people that sold their people just for political power. These guys are going to use you. Your enemies are going to use you. Give you what you need, what you want at that point in time. But have you ever asked yourself, this thing, this privilege, this benefit I'm getting in exchange of selling my people, how long will this last? How long will this last? Today, Orji Okalu, the mighty Orji Okalu is crying after selling out his people. After how many years? He's crying. Look at Anambra State Governor, who was the former CBN governor, a supposed educated and intelligent man that later became the Anambra State Governor and chose to deny his brother P2B because of politics. When he went to the presidential ceremony, what happened to him? Just ordinary security was, hey, fuck off. Ordinary security. The mighty Soludo. What a shame. Are you an Igbo man, supposed an influencer, supposed a politician, because of what thing or the order that you are gaining, you choose to sell your people? I think this is the time you need to start thinking twice. This is the time you need to have a rethink about what you're about to do or about what you're doing to your people. Ndibo na so na akuru ulo amonye kparie. I was brought up in Lagos. It's only in Lagos that I saw that an Igbo man will buy a land, will buy a swamp. Even as I'm talking to you today, someone here in the country where I am actually told me how much him and his wife bought a swamp in Lagos and is building a mansion on it. Is that not stupidity? Though that's supposed to be a good investment, it depends on the location and how much rent are. But with what is happening to the Igbos, aren't you supposed to think twice? Now, most of these people don't even have a good house. They don't even have a good house in their hometown. They don't have a good house. That is the problem of an Igbo man. An Igbo man will go out there, build another man's state, build another man's land, and forfeit his motherland. That is the problem that we are having. Our brother Nnamdi Kanu has been crying, talking to the Igbos. But some of us, some Igbos, because where they find themselves, probably they have this political connection, they choose to act dumb. Where is this guy, George Igbokwe, in Lagos? He thought he was going to be whatever. He chose to be saying evil about his brother. Why he actually knew that what Nnamdi Kanu was saying was true. But he chose to be, and let me not insult him, because maybe he had a meeting he had a connection with the governor of Lagos State. He chose to act the way he's acting. What is happening to his people in Lagos today? Igbos, I believe this is God talking to you guys, that it's high time you, me, start thinking about making Igbo, making Igbo land, that Lagos. We can do it. Most of the custom people seizing the goods coming from Lagos to Onitsha, most of these custom people are your brothers. Most of these custom boss Oga are your brothers. But they choose to do what they are doing. But remember, the evil you support today will come back to haunt you. When you see your brother down there and you're up there, and you choose not to help your brother, for how long do you think you will be in that position? There was somebody in that position before you get there. And if you're the first person in that position, believe me, you're not going to be there forever. But one thing you should ask yourself, of what benefit am I being to my people? Because you're not going to be in that position forever. As an Igbo, we have what it takes to build that river Niger at Onitsha. We have what it takes to make that river Niger a seaport. But some individual that are benefiting from the atrocity happening will not allow that. But I bet you one thing, your children will live to tell the story. Your children are going to feel the heat. Your grandchildren are going to feel the heat. Money is good, but money is not everything. There are money. There are a whole lot of things that money cannot do. Look at Ekweremadu. This guy have like 400 houses all over the world. But he's in prison, him and his wife. This was somebody just at the point of his finger. He would get down anybody that he wants in Nigeria. But he's in prison. Igbos, is it not high time we begin to love ourselves? This mentality of money is good, but money is not everything. Akurulo, amenye barrier. We are talking about kidnapping in the East. My dear, let me tell you something. If, for instance, you're from a state in Anambra State, and you have in total in that state, Okija, you have like capable, if you count people that are capable, that are doing really good, they're up to 15. If out of that 15, 10 people choose to engage themselves into one project or the other in Okija, but how many people will the kidnappers kidnap in that Okija? Because among the people that are supposed to go into that kidnappers will get a job in that your benefit, in that your investment. Will be eating from you. Of course, he will not want to involve himself in kidnapping. I'm from Mbano. Imagine we have 10 guys that are doing well in Mbano, and 10 of us choose to engage in one project or the other back in Mbano. We're going to create job opportunity for the youth. We're going to create, but people will be able, the youth will be able to get a place to work. The engineers will get something doing. And that is how to create employment. That is how to create employment. Igbos, what are we doing? Igboland is big that we can create this Alaba International. It has not started. If you day where you day, you think say waiting they happen no go reach you, my dear, go knock you. You dey Abuja, you dey Kano State, Ohaneze ndị Igbo na Kano, Ohaneze ndị Igbo na Kaduna, na Bauchi, na Abuja, na Lagos, you go hit your section. If you don't start to think of how to make correction, eze ndị Igbo na wharf, it go hit you na time. It go hit you na time. For those of you, my beloved Igbo brothers, you think you have money, you're buying swamp in Lagos, building mansion, it go reach you. Igbos made Ladipo what Ladipo is today. Igbos make Alaba International what Alaba is today. I know of places that used to be swamp. Igbo people go there. Few Igbo investors go there, secure this place, build shopping mall, shopping plazas, and they made it what it is today. They're going to take those things off you. Some time ago it was Ladipo. Some time ago it was a market in wherever. Today is an Alaba International. They are destroying your shops, destroying your business, just to sell those land to Chinese people. Can you imagine the love of money? Well, Igbos, I believe it's high time we start thinking about doing something back home. Because if you know suffer, your picking will suffer. If you like, make all your children do overseas, they're abroad. Most of us in overseas that have good life, that have good jobs, most of us are thinking about coming back home, retiring back home. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do now, believe me, it will hit me one day. Or when I have my kids, my son might choose to be an investor back in Nigeria. It will surely affect him. The love of money is the beginning of evil. Igbos, let's begin to love ourselves. Nkem bu nkem, When you find yourself in a position at the point in time, try to use that position to help your people, because you might be the first in that position. Believe me, you're not going to be the last. And when you sell your brother for political position, when you sell your brother, your relative for political position, when you sell your loved ones for money, your buyer will not trust you. This is all I have to say. But if you're an Igbo man, you hold your position for Lagos, Abuja, you say this thing no go hit you, my dear, go hit you. Your time they come. If you like, get sense. If you like, no get sense. Igbos, na person will no get where to go. Kagas na lawebe nagi, one ebe akwa. I say lawebe nagi, na lawebe nagi when you no there. It is better for you to go start afresh in Onitsha, Asaba, Uwiri. Start afresh. Baku nwogono. Imago na enweghị na-atụ ụjọ ọzọ. Ọ bụ onye Igbo gị pụta na-achọ ọkụ, ịcha ya ọkụ. It is better than, and I know. I have friends that used to sell tires in Lagos at still that Mandalas. Nyawo boys ji ezigbo ego. Boys ji money. Mekata. Lagos State Governor. Mekata. Emebishire boys business efa. Guys in mana wanna ha put occasion na ana ego. Ichana boys guru ogwu ego. Today, Odize Kaso, woke amazi for neme. Business ana ako. Igbo men are going down small. Most of these men na choose visa. Onye aji mahi uji ego eme before. Ndị aji nwayọ na agwa ndị Igbo na unu amaghị ife. Ndị Igbo na unu amaghị ife. Igbo mara ife. For the fact na gị na onye fe mmanụ na-erikọ. Gị na onye a na-erikọ. But ndị amakwa ihe a na-eme. For the fact na gị na onye ugwu na-emekọ, maybe o mee gị one councilor, o mee gị nye gị one position. This person is just using you to destroy your own people. Onye ugwu, can never treat their own person like that. Igbo mara ife. Igbo mara ife. Igbo mara ife. Igbo amaghị ife. Ute ego. The sweetest of money. Ute ego wunye n'ogbu mụ na gị. Ute ego. Dị bụrụ onye Igbo, ị ka na-azụ ala na Lagos. Ị ka na-azụ ala na Abuja, na Kano. Afa gị bụ sorry. It go hit you. It go hit you one day. Nke gị na-abịa. Ọ masị gị, amaghị ife. Igbo onye Igbo, you a governor. Ndị ugwu no use gị. Ị na-emegbu ndị ebe unu. Mbọsị ị ga-ebe akwa ka ọjị ụzọ kalụ. Akwa nke gị ya aka. What happened to Soludo? After denying his brother. What happened? Look at how ordinary security. Enyi akọmọchi ebe apụọ. Igbo mara ife. Igbo amaghị ife. Igbo mara ife. Igbo is high time we wake up. Ịbịa na-eme iche na isi ndị ụmụ gị obodo Igbo. What is the future? Ụmụ gị niile n'obodo Igbo, ọ bụrụ boy ka anya ncha na-agba. Advanced slavery ka anya ncha na-agba. Anya ncha n'obodo Igbo, advanced slavery, no irrespective of the job anyị nwere. I work with the Australian government. Ana akwụmụ ụgwọ ọfụma, anọ m ọfụma. Enwekwara m akwụkwọ obodo. But a ga-enwe ebe a ga-eru. Mana nna m na ndị anyị abụrụ. A ga-enwe position a ga-eru. Ịma na m gị na ndị ahụ na-abụrụ. But mbata n'ebe anyị bata ala Igbo. Gị ba mba mpachiri mbara gị na-aba m na-aba. But obodo a, with my qualification, although even despite how good my job is, a ga-enwe ebe okwu mana nna hapụkwa mụ na ndị abụọ anyị abụrụ. Igbo so na akụrụ ụlọ ama onye gbarịa. Look at our brother Innocent. Look at Aliko Dangote. Asona, the CBN governor, how much this guy gave to Aliko Dangote to invest in that, to start up that oil refinery. You and I know, if that was an Igbo man, by now they would have taken that business off him. They would have taken that business off him. But because he's a Fulani man, That is why they left that refinery. Igbos, think well. Think well. Even though you're a citizen of America, you have your kids in America. Even though you, as I'm a citizen of Australia, if I have my kids here, I ga-enwe otu okwu ga-ejere apụta na ndị bụ ndị ọcha. Ima na even with your position in your park, Igodi, I'm a chief. Why are we deceiving? Why would they form? Why would they form? Even though you have a business no boda. I ga-enwe otu okwu ya apụta na nwanne park ya. Inwe business gị ji ego n'obodo ị na-eme ọfọma, ị na-akwụ taịtị gị, but a ga-enwe tax, a ga-enwe otu okwu gị ji pụta ịma, you know what I'm talking about. Ị paakị ọfọma. Enwere m ụlọ n'obodo a, enwere ọbụrụ 1 2 for now, a ka na-agụ 3. A ga-enwe otu okwu gị jiri apụta n'obodo a, nwanne m paakị ọfọma. You know what I'm talking about. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we deceiving ourselves? Onye na-agwọ ọgwụ, onye na-agwọ ọgwụ. Ụlọ m na-arụ na my village. Since m bidoro that foundation up to today, ụlọ na-aga ọfụma. Why na-atụbọ m ọgwụ? Enwecha boys na-arụ ọrụ there, na-akpata 1 naira, na-akpata 2 naira, iji feed their family. When these guys have job, they have a place they are going to work. Will they think about kidnapping? Igbos. Ana amara manolo. Poama. Omasigi, make you no get sense. And if you're an Igbo man, your business is running down in Lagos, start to think about Onitsha. Begin to think about Owerri. Begin to think about Asaba. You can do it. Jiri nwayo mepego the shop na there. Highest. Pay the price, na-agba until nke develop. Igbos, Marife, we are so much. In short, Iberi behind the very, very stupid. And you are Igbo. Me Magife with what is happening, he gonna knock you one day. That's just all I have to say. Igbo, Marife, God bless you. I still remain Nwachine Emero. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist. Igbo, Marife, Nnamdi Kanu has said it all. Nnamdi Kanu has said it all. God bless you. All right, bye.